Lucky number 7. Here we are. You're almost there. I'm Stephanie Corso, CEO and co-founder of Rogue Water, joined by...
I'm Duke Greenhill, Chief Marketing Officer of Rogue Water, and this is number 7 of 10 everyday storytelling hacks. Simple, portable storytelling tricks that you can take back to your company, to your organization, to more easily change hearts and minds.
Booyah. And I love this one. I love hooks.
I love this one too. And as we get our remote all set up here, what do you love about it?
I love it because, well, I love them out when I see them used out in the wild. And so I hope that by looking at this example that we can use that in our own work.
Great.
Yeah.
I think we can. For number 6, you all got a little bit of literature. You're going to get a little bit more literature here for number 7. But then I promise nothing but videos here on out. But I'm going to give you what I have found to be one of the most powerful hooks I've ever come across in literature, film, TV, whatever, from Richard Dawkins' book, Unweaving the Rainbow. The first words of the book are, "We are going to die, and that makes us the lucky ones." Definitely a hook, no?
Yeah. Comes in hot. I like it.
So do you keep on with it? Does it have you, hooked?
Yeah, it makes me say, where is he going with this?
Yeah, how can we be lucky if we're
Yeah.
dying makes us lucky? Well, he goes on, most people are never going to die because they are never going to be born. The potential people who could have been here in my place but who will in fact never see the light of day outnumber the sand grains of Arabia. Certainly those unborn ghosts include greater poets than Keats, scientists greater than Newton. We know this because the set of possible people allowed by our DNA so massively exceeds the set of actual people. In the teeth of these stupefying odds, beautiful phrasing, it is you and I in our ordinariness that are here and in fact, therefore extraordinary. But great hook, right? We are going to die and that makes us the lucky ones. But he doesn't stop there. He goes on to give us what I like to think of as little speed bumps in the road. Things that we don't expect, phrasing that we don't expect, not so much that it jolts us out of his writing, but just enough that we slow down, just enough to get sucked in deeper.
Yeah.
So let's look at some of those. First, normally we would say grains of sand, right?
Yeah.
But he very deliberately says outnumber the sand grains of Arabia to give us one of those little speed bumps. He goes on, ghosts include greater poets than Keats, scientists greater than Newton. Most writers would do what we call parallel structure, right? They would say ghosts include greater poets than Keats, greater scientists than Newton, so that the phrases reflect each other. But he didn't. He inverted them specifically to give us that little speed bump, to make us stop and go, oh, okay, I see you. I see you writing.
Yes.
What do you think?
Well, this makes me think, in the last one, number 7, if you go, is this number 7?
Yeah.
Okay. In number 6, if you go check that out, we talk about intention there as well. And so I think if you sit down with the intention of writing something that may be different than other pieces of content that you've put out there, and you have someone who's editing, I think that it's important to, warn them or have that conversation in advance, because even though everything here may be grammatically correct, a lot of editing also, whether you like it or not, includes an element of style, and people may have a different style of what they're looking to or looking for or prefer. And I think that having that conversation and saying, look, I'm trying to write it this way because I'm trying to convey this, or I'm trying to get people to feel this or slow down or whatever, that you just have that conversation in advance so you don't have to have it afterwards and defend your choices as much. That's just kind of what I was thinking as you were talking about the different styles that they use that are not, that maybe fall outside of the norm of what you normally see.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. And just that awareness that there are this depth of options and that you can make arguments for one being better than another, I think is a huge step in the right direction.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Well, hope this gives you permission to get a little creative with the way that you're telling the story about the work that you're doing, and stick around for number 8 because it is great.
See you then.